But one race in particular has been an intriguing one. And by intriguing, I mean strange. Because there is a judge in Linn County who is a circuit judge who was appointed to that position by Governor Kate Brown. And I think this is a great example of where Kate Brown has completely failed in her job as governor. One of the things that governors do is appoint judges. Theoretically, judges run for election. The problem is, in most cases, judges who are leaving the bench will resign in the middle of their term deliberately so that rather than have the voters pick their replacement, they have the governor pick their replacement. And for the last 30 years, Democrat governors have been picking the judges with, I think, predictable results. Liberal judges who let a lot of criminals out and give them lighter sentences and generally do a poor job. That's my impression. But there's one in particular, Faye Stetz-Waters, who we have invited Judge Waters, Stetz-Waters, to come on the program. She has declined. She's refused to come on. She sent us a printed statement because we had some questions about her appointment to the bench. And my friend of 40 years, Josh Marquis, who's the Clatsop County District Attorney, although he leaves that post after a long and successful tenure there, his replacement's already been chosen, and his retirement date is already set, and he joins me now. Josh, why should folks question whether or not Judge Faye Stetz-Waters is even qualified to be sitting on the bench hearing cases?
Well, Judge Stetz-Waters is a member of the state bar. That's about all you can say.
So she's a lawyer.
You have to be a lawyer, but in order to be a pro tem, which is a part-time circuit judge lawyer, there are certain requirements, which make sense, that you have to, I think, have been in active practice 3 years, total practice 6 years. Judge Waters, when she was appointed in October of last year by the governor, had a grand total of 2.5 years active experience. She had been what we call inactive. That's like you're technically still a lawyer, but you can't practice. I'm looking at her application to be a judge, and she indicates that she's tried no cases before being a judge, and that virtually all of her practice was administrative law, no criminal law, no defense. She spent, I mean, it's kind of remarkable. One can disagree with, as I do and you do, with some of the picks that Governor Brown has made, but Judge Stetz-Waters is really remarkable in having really a total and absolute lack of really any experience of any kind. Now, she did some interesting jobs, but, for example, she was an administrative law judge. Now, some people think, oh, that means she was a judge. No, you do not have to even be a lawyer to be an administrative law judge. She worked for the parole board. You don't even have to be a lawyer to be on the parole board. And let's be clear, she wasn't on the parole board. She was a hearings officer. I mean, circuit judge is where the rubber meets the road. It's the position of people who sentence people for Measure 11 crimes, for murder, who make some of the most important decisions. And I can disagree philosophically with a lot of Kate Brown's appointments. This woman, however, basically, I would be reluctant to have hired somebody as a junior deputy DA with this experience to say,